Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This video is a great example of how, in the survival game, you really can't be too cocky. The trip I thought I was setting up was intended to be easy. It was intended to be a slam dunk. This is one of the first times I ever really got my butt handed to me, and we got sent home early. By our own free will, thankfully. There's a lot of factors that go into just spending a single day outside when you don't have shelter. See if watching this video you can figure out what it was that got us, because I didn't really figure it out until we got home and I had a clear head and I was able to look back on it. But let's see if you guys can figure it out before I did. What it is that really gets us and knocks us out. Is it Giardia? Is it undercooked fish? Is it our inability to handle the weather? Do we eat a poisonous mushroom? Stay tuned. And just to lay a little groundwork on this trip, this is AJ, Alex, and myself. We have to spend 5 days on this island in the middle of the White River in Arkansas with no food or water. And the good news for the boys is we had 2 days in Arkansas to do a little bit of training to get ready for our trip. So I gave the boys a crash course in some survival skills. You know, really important stuff like what you can and cannot eat, shaking your hair in a waterfall, why real men don't wear sleeves, jumping on a tree, you know, really basic stuff like that. So here's a question. If you're going on a survival trip and you had to pick one lure to take with you, what type of lure would it be? Well, if I'm on a river, for me, I've always said it would either be jigs or flies. Now, jigs fish really well in the White River, and the D2 jig is the gold standard in Arkansas, and we've decided to go with D2 jigs. They're the most perfectly tailored jigs for the waters we're going to be encountering here in Arkansas. And for catching trout, there is nothing better. Okay, now each person gets to take with them a dry bag with any clothes they can fit in it, a kayak, a gallon jug of water, an ultralight fishing pole, 1 life vest, a can of bug spray, and 14 D2 Marabou jigs. Everything else you can see in the boats is camera gear. Now, if you're wondering why we're taking bug spray on a survival trip, it's not for the insects, it's for the ticks. Ticks are incredibly bad in this area, and I'm not messing around with Lyme's disease.
Well, since this is really all about Alex and AJ's first survival trip, they get to make some decisions, because this is the gear over here that everybody gets to take. Over here is the gear you gentlemen get to choose from. You get to pick 10 items. Now, I'm gonna walk away and you guys take as much time as you need to choose your 10 items. We got float bucket, we got pole holders, we got a pot and pan set, got a cast iron pot, a seine net, Katadyn water filter, a tent, a couple of knives, Faricium rod, slingshot, wet wipes, nails, cast net, saw, minnow buckets, fish trap, axe, cordage, electrical tape, mesh bags, and salt. And the mystery box. We're gonna go with whatever you guys pick.
10 items total or each? 10 items total or each?
Total. Just remember, we have to live with your choices for 5 days. Good luck, guys.
All right.
All right, so
There's a few obvious ones, like definitely gonna need a water filter,
yeah,
seeing as a jug of water won't last a week.
okay, but we considered, yeah, we probably need a water filter.
So I'm really excited to go back and see what they choose. A little nervous about it too.
There is electrical tape. I don't know what that gives us. It seems like an interesting pick.
I have things over there that I would absolutely take 100% of the time. One of them is that salt. I have a feeling they're not going to see that salt as important.
Food-wise, salt might be a good idea. That
think?
would, yeah.
Is that worth a whole item?
Had some of the food Dad's made, and
Okay.
salt goes a long
Where are we
ways.
at on the mystery box? You can't look at a mystery box and not take it.
Definitely an axe would make sense.
Yeah.
Big one and a small one. You can cut down bigger trees, but small one's easier to carry.
These are hard decisions. These are hard decisions. I wasn't prepared for this. He didn't tell us about this.
Kukri definitely will need. That's a very, very useful tool. And it comes with the kukri, obviously has the kukri, but it comes with a little bonus item. Small little knife. And the kukri itself kind of acts as a small hatchet. So
Yeah. Big axe as well, and then
we can always take it off the list, yeah.
Okay.
Or the seine net, that seine net could be a food producer. Even those minnow buckets, we get crayfish, we can be pulling up all night, we can passively fish with that stuff. So I'm really curious what these guys are gonna choose is important.
Oh, it definitely will need that cast iron pot.
Yeah, because
If we can't
make
catch
some
fish,
soups and things.
Oh, I just thought about this too. I wonder if they realize the importance of that Ferris rod.
I'd imagine we'll need to start a fire at some point. We don't have a lighter, so.
Part of me almost wants to intentionally choose not to take the tent, just so we have to make our own shelter.
We got 2 extra items, and pooping is a daily necessity. it
I say
may
we go tent.
Yeah,
I
it may not
think-
be a
I
bad
think tent
long run
is,
idea. Coffee, but that really only applies to Dad and
I bet he wants us to pick the coffee, but I don't drink much coffee, so.
I'm really kind of excited to go back and see what they choose.
Guys, I am very curious, so walk me through it. What'd you guys pick?
We're uneasy about our decision. We had to do the mystery box. Do we get to open it now, or do we?
Yeah, pop it open. And so you made an excellent choice.
Thank you.
So, because the video is sponsored by D2 Jigs, everybody gets an ample supply of D2 jigs, but we also have an awesome supply of other fishing gear. We have, for live bait, we've just got small number 8 hooks, we've got split shot, we've got some clip stringers, and I stole everybody's clippers and hemostats and stuck them in there.
Well,
I
I
didn't
had
get
mine,
yours.
but,
Sneaky dog.
Toilet paper, cast iron pot, axe, kukri, some string, water filter, ferro rod, salt, and the tent. And I think we're ready to go.
Load them up.
After weeks and months of planning, the moment's finally arrived. Thrilling and nerve-wracking.
Very cold water.
Their infectious youthful enthusiasm fills me with pride as we embark on this adventure.
You guys are gonna have to go down ahead of me and find our camp.
Though I wonder if I prepared them enough, I find solace in their toughness, intelligence, and the genuine desire they have to do this.
So we have made land, which is kind of confusing seeing as the water splits up into like 15 different directions. We landed here. We're gonna take a look around. He's way over there. We're gonna take a look around, see what we can find, and then meet up with Dad when he eventually gets here with all the stuff.
So of all the places I've ever done a survival trip, this is definitely going to be the most populated. There's going to be a lot of guided fishing boats coming up and down the river. There's been times I've been 30 or 40 miles from a road when I've done these survival trips. There's a reason I did it this way. For one, it's a beautiful place to bring the boys, and the supply of trout here is a pretty fun way to have a survival trip.
GoPro on.
Yeah.
We got our first meal and he hasn't even arrived yet.
Second cast. All right.
Oh yeah. I'm
Wait,
gonna throw him back.
Let's get a little bit further from the water.
Yeah.
Less
I'm gonna throw him back, but that's cool.
We are?
I want, yeah.
Survival trip.
Yeah, but
I think that
he's pretty small. I don't want to just let him drown. I don't really have a good way to kill him.
Dad's not gonna be
I
long.
don't have a knife.
What?
All right, well. Oh, well. Yeah, I'm gonna let him go.
All right.
We'll get more. There will be more.
I think this is a good
That's
spot.
The other thing is safety, just in case there's something comes up with one of the boys. I'm not far from, I don't even think we're gonna be a mile from a boat ramp, so we can paddle right upstream and get out of Dodge. On this side of the river, a resort right here. This is the White Buffalo Resort. Looks like a beautiful place. And on the opposite side is a national wildlife area. It doesn't look like it has a road through it. The Buffalo River goes up it and seems like it's fairly untouched. So you've got the White River here that's kind of the man-made commercial river, but the Buffalo is left natural. I've never been a prouder papa. Come around the corner and see my boy out here jigging a trout stream. And there's Alex just downstream a little bit. Yes, it's a little more populated than I anticipated, but yeah, we'll be all right. We'll just camp back here.
Caught one already.
Did you really?
Yeah, second cast I did.
No kidding.
I threw him back because I didn't want to, I don't know, I didn't have like a knife or anything to, I didn't know. Like,
It's okay.
yeah.
No, but I would hang on to him next time. This is a survival trip.
Yeah, that's true.
No, that's great. Was it a rainbow?
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Nice. Look at this location. We pull up, we got the Buffalo over here, White River over here. Boys are already catching fish. So I'm gonna leave the boys to fish and get us some dinner, and I'm gonna go look for where we're gonna set up our camp. There's a big pile of driftwood up on the top side of the island. It seems like a lot of the guides and fishermen are around that area though, so I kind of want to try to get towards the bottom side of the island. Now, if we had not brought the tent, I'd be looking at that right there as shelter. See, the boys shouldn't have brought the toilet paper. We'd have been set. Just get a big bunch of it and I roll it up. A little bigger roll than I normally get, but I got 3 kids that are gonna try it. Towards the bottom. This island is a lot bigger than I realized. I really just glanced at it on Google Earth and knew it was here. It's easy to not to have a perspective on just how big something is when you're looking at it from a satellite in space. It's got some interesting stuff. The fishing right here probably wouldn't be my first choice. The sand will be nice to sleep on. And the thing I like most about it is you got a sharp elevation change from the water level without a lot of distance. The White River just changes elevation so fast because it's got a hydroelectric dam up at Bull Shoals. And when they change production, it'll change the water level fast. A couple feet in 45 minutes is very doable here. For us to be able to have our boats up a safe distance from the water near our camp is pretty important. A firewood's gonna be rough here, so I'm gonna keep looking, but this is a spot we might come back to. When you're looking for a camp on the river, look for rocks and sand. They make great spots to camp. What you want to avoid is wet mud. Anywhere you see this wet mud, there's gonna be a lot of bugs, mosquitoes, and all that that are gonna enjoy being around that mud. So I got a little board here. Flat boards are very useful. Make a cutting board out of this. Now I gotta carry it all the way back though. The island is much bigger than I thought.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a long walk down there. It gets a little muddier the further you go. Honestly, I'd say the best fishing is right here at the convergence at the top. There's some good holes down there, but there's one spot I think might be the best candidate. It's a few hundred feet down and it's sandy. And it's a real high spot right next to the water. So that would mean we don't have to pull our kayaks 100 feet up into this gravel bar. I'm not 100% certain how high the water's been coming recently, but it's pretty wet even up on top of these high rocks. So firewood's gonna be hard in any spot I've found so far. So I'm gonna walk around the front side and check that out, see if there's anything better up there. And then if not, I'm thinking, show you guys that sandy spot.
Sweet.
Is that a bass?
I think it's smallie. Yeah, it's a smallie, so it's not dinner. But that's a nice looking smallie, guys. Ooh, yeah. Look at the color. Oh, that's nice. Good way to start her. This is our sandy campsite we're thinking about. So the challenge here is firewood. Love that we can pull our kayaks right up here, right next to the water. We're a little further from the convergence where we want to fish. We got this little creek in front of us and we got a slough over here. So there's some extra, you know, kind of coolness here. Here's the other spot we're looking at. We've got a huge pile of driftwood back here. We've got some nice soft rocks. These really are, they're not too bad. I think we'd sleep on those, be pretty comfortable. And this is where we want to be fishing. So this is the convergence of the White and this is the Buffalo. We have to pull the kayaks a little bit farther, but I don't think that'll be too bad. Gentlemen, what do you think? What's the vote? This spot or the sandy spot?
Spot.
Okay, all right, let's do it. Fire starting time. So we got the free sim rod and I grabbed this out of the top of a tree from the high water. There you go. Turn it a little bit. There you go, there you go, you're getting it. There you go, take that little single, there you go. What was that? Gentlemen, we have fire. Guys, we got a great fire going. I think the last thing for tonight, we need to go down there and get in the water. We need to get these jigs wet. Normally I'll not wear a belt with my trunks, but I can put a clip stringer on the belt, so that's what that's all about. This is a new fashion statement. I'll start wearing this everywhere, particularly like the jingling. Good news, buddy.
Oh my God.
Dinner. We're gonna eat some trout tonight. We're gonna go out down and have a little fun too, because this is what was the stomach contents of the fish. And so we're gonna go back down and throw some little hooks out with those on there and just try, see what we pull up with some stuff that they were already eating. So these fish, we're just gonna throw some salt on them. Here, we can just do it like on this rock right here. And just pack every bit of them out, inside and out. Use that as like a salting rock, and this is putting the fish on rock. And I, just out of force of habit, I lopped the heads off those and completely forgot that we want the heads on for this. So sorry guys, I cut the heads off your fish tonight. Won't make that mistake again tomorrow. You gentlemen deserve fish with the heads on. All right, now we can let these set indefinitely, a few hours. I mean, even really all night if we let them kind of drip. But as long as we keep that salt on them, those are set for a little bit. But AJ's getting the fire stoked up, and we'll just get some sticks and roast these guys right over that fire here in a little bit. Since we're doing it so quickly, and we're not smoking these or anything like crazy, we will wash the salt off before we cook them. That way they don't taste overly salty. Good enough. So we're in between the bone here, so hopefully they stay on there all right. It doesn't really matter how they're rotated. There, it'll be really slow cooking there.
Originally, I just wanted to write, like just draw something, you know, on a piece of stone. So I spent like 20 minutes figuring out which stones work best for drawing. Yeah, these work.
Hey, that actually works really good.
Flipped it over and realized all the stones on the ground leave like a massive trail of marks. So I laid down the leaves, and I realized the leaves leave green marks. Now I went and put sticks.
Got a couple more fish here to go along with what we got smoking. So officially that does put me at my limit. The boys are getting the hang of it and doing a great job. And I think tomorrow is going to be the day where it takes off for them. But we will be eating well tonight. 5 fish, 3 guys. Chow time real soon. It's a big log.
Yeah.
So what's the plan?
Here. Cut it down this part. I'll remove some of this stuff. I can wheel it on over to the camp, set it up where I want my chair, and then I carve out the seat. So I'll leave like 2 armrests, carve the seat down to about there, and leave a backrest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here is camp. This is our view. Over here, you have the White River, Buffalo, and then this is camp. We're all chilling out this evening. Everybody's got some little projects they're working on. Alex is over here making a chair. AJ's doing the same thing. They're both working on a chair. That's where we're cleaning fish. I got these set up here, just some nice flat stones just to put things on. And we've been salting the fish on these rocks too, so that's been real handy. We even just got some little racks over here to hang our gear on, let clothes dry. Hang stringers on, all that good stuff. This is camp. This is home. 5 days. So far, all we drank is water, so we're really looking forward to this fish this evening. This is dinner tonight. So, they're coming along real nice. These up here, they're gonna be for morning, and we're gonna let them just smoke really slow all night. And we've left the salt on these because I'm keeping them further away from the heat. What's dinner? Fish. So, what's the verdict? Very good. You like it? Uh-huh. Did you taste the salt?
A little bit.
Just a little mild? Yep. Good, that's what I was aiming for.
It's pretty good.
So when you get the head, there's a little pocket of meat right here. You gotta dig it out, but it's good eating. And the eyes. The eyes, you gotta eat the eyes. You want an eye? All that you can get.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's it.
A little chewy.
I'm gonna spit it out.
Yeah, I almost did, but then I went, wait.
You gotta eat. Well, that's it for day one. So we had 5 fish. We caught 2 of them are going to be saved for tomorrow morning. We are going to filter water tonight, but that'll be it for this evening. After that, we're just going to crash and enjoy the sunset. Maybe try to get the 9 million flies out of the tent. What else we got we need to do tomorrow, guys?
Chairs,
I'd like to get some. Oh, the bamboo. We're gonna go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna head downstream. We're gonna harvest a big load of bamboo. We're gonna use the canoe like a barge and haul it back up here so we can build this cold smoker and other just little projects we want to do with it. I'd like to find something else to eat other than just fish, because right now this island is producing. I mean, I got some crayfish I saw playing around down there and some little minnows, but outside of fish, there really wasn't anything for mushrooms or plants here. So I'd love to to at least get up on the hill over here and scope around a little bit. So I'd like to do that tomorrow and do a little foraging. We're gonna enjoy the evening and get back at it tomorrow for day 2.
Morning, day 2. AJ woke up feeling pretty sick early this morning, so we're gonna watch this real closely. But he's not running a fever or anything. He doesn't show any signs of infection, but he's been puking this morning, and I think it's passed. Pretty sure it's just from the radical change in diet, environment, and activity. I'm gonna go out and see if I can find something to help his stomach. Okay, so this plant's growing all over the island here. This is a mint. So I think a mint tea is probably the best bet to help calm his stomach down. Here's another one here. All right, that ought to do. Uh-oh. He's sick again. You all right? We'll watch it today, and if it doesn't get better, we'll make some decisions to get you out of here. Let's see if we can get it calmed down with some hydration and mint. Looks a lot different this morning. I admit the water came up higher than I expected it to, but not higher than we planned for, thank goodness. About 4 feet below our camp, which means it rose about 6 feet last night. not really breakfast, but it's a breakfast drink. This will be something we can all enjoy. At least found one plant we can make use of on the island. There's wild mullein too. So I look at it as more of a toilet paper and a medicinal plant, but it's more of, I don't think of it as it's not a stomach calmer.
Poor guy.
Should I continue to drink more water
Yes.
at this point?
Yes, sips. Tiny sips. Definitely try to stay on your water. All right, this is something else we much need, a fly swatter. Fly Central here. There we go. Oh yeah, it's a fly slaughter fest in here. Yeah, she's good. Got some bottles we found floating, so we have something to drink out of. This may not be the prettiest looking tea. Might have melted the bottle just a little. Put some direct heat on the fish here. Yeah, I guess it works out. AJ's probably not feeling like eating, and we only had 2 fish left, so that's one for me and Alex. It smells pleasant.
Smells very good, yeah.
Look at that, how it's bubbling in there. I don't know if that's the mint oils coming to the top or some residual carbon that was in the pan kind of lifting up in there. Not bad. Pretty good. I mean, it's simple.
It's pretty good.
Simple, but it's good. Yeah, that's got a nice flavor. It's like some floral notes in there.
Yeah.
Hey, can you take a sip of this for me? It's just right temperature now. It's mint tea. There are some leaves in there. Okay. It's a tiny sip. Okay. I want you to keep trying to take a few sips of this every 10 minutes or so.
Okay. What are the properties of it? Like, what does it do?
It can help calm your stomach down. It doesn't have a lot of nutritional value or anything. There's a mint oil in it. It's an insect repellent a little bit.
Just can't back out.
Okay. Choose your fish.
Yeah, okay, that's small.
I think it's time to see if D2 can get us our breakfast. I'm feeling the white and red this morning. I don't remember what that color's called, but I tell you what, I'm falling in love with setting a hook with these jigs. When they hit it, it's like bam! They hit it with so much force. It's intense. That was fun pulling them out of the right off the bottom of those rocks. A little eddy right here. And bam, just pulling them right out of there. Alex, time to get wet.
All right.
I gotta go back and check on my little man. Hey buddy, how you feeling?
I slept there for a good while, probably an hour and a half.
Good. Yeah, we went out and did some fishing. Figured we'd let you sleep a little. You feel a little better?
Feel a lot better.
Okay, good. You know, we worried about you there.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to get on top of it, AJ's gonna go ahead and eat his emergency ration. When did you stop puking?
Right after I started drinking that tea.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It worked?
Yeah.
All right, good. I knew it has that effect, so I was really hoping it would.
Yeah.
So it calmed your stomach right down.
Yeah.
Well, we had a good day today. I got limited out, so we're gonna be eating good. Every single one of these on a D2 jig, and we also had a heck of a nice nap laying out on a rock bar up there earlier. So, let's get these cleaned up. AJ, I'm gonna show you how to do this so you guys can next time. Look at this guy. All right, so what we're gonna do, get him dispatched real quick. We're just gonna cut his gills out. I'm gonna start here at the top and just make a little cut around the gill. There. Now we're doing this so the head is still on. That's why there's an easier way. If you're gonna take the head off, you can use the head to pull the guts out. But for what we're doing, we want the head on. So we're gonna go go inside the gill at the bottom, and we just make a cut there. And then up here where we released it with the knife, you can just reach up there and get it. It'll come out actually with the gut here. So now we're gonna start at the anus, and I'm just gonna cut that. Gut cavity out. Hold that for me, please. Just reach right in there. Grab the gills and everything. Pull down. And that's it. Fish food. Sometimes have a little piece in there you gotta grab at the end. Now step 2, for the way we're doing it on the smoker, you get this little membrane here. I like to take that out. You just push your thumb down on it and run it right through there. Not 100% certain what that's called, but it's very organy, so I take it out. Oh, there's another piece of the gill coming out. So AJ, just take the knife, run it backwards. Actually, a rock works well for this too, so you don't even have to get the knife out for this part. You can just rub get one that's fairly, there you go, just like this. And you can rub a rock on it, and it'll take the scales off. So you see the scales? Yeah. They just look like little golden flecks. That's that. Now it's ready to go on the smoker.
Hey guys, so pay close attention to how I'm talking. You'll notice this is where things start to degrade for us a little bit. My speech gets a little bit funny, and I didn't notice it until later, but you hear me starting to kind of slur my words soon, and frankly, things snuck up on me because, well, I don't know. See, y'all figure it out.
So our smoker is, it needs something to help concentrate the smoke up on the fish. So we're gonna take the canoe, we're gonna head downstream, I don't know, maybe it's 500 feet or so. I saw a big stand of bamboo down there. We're gonna harvest that and then use the canoe to haul it back upstream. Or we're gonna take with us the kukri to cut it off, and we're gonna take some string to kind of maybe make some bales out of it. That's the idea anyway. And it's, I don't know, about 180 degrees up here on this rock bar right now, so I think it's a good time to be out in the water. I'll tell you what, for on my part, I'm feeling great except one thing. I am dealing with caffeine withdrawal. I started getting a headache this morning, and it's just come on, and I'm like, man, I know exactly what it's from, so I'm hoping this lets up by tomorrow, but that is a struggle. I don't know that I've ever actually detoxed from caffeine before, because every time I've ever gone on a survival trip, I've always included a little bit of coffee just to stave this off. So this is the first time I think I've ever actually weaned myself off caffeine. We paddling. We're looking for the bamboo. I don't think it's too far up. But man, it does seem like it's going to be a long hike back up with the canoe, but yeah. Caffeine killing me. So this is why we bought the bug spray, though. Anytime you touch this kind of grass and these little low, areas like this in this area, we could have 100 ticks on us. So the DEET will help. It took me too long to learn that that bug spray takes the mirrored finish off my sunglasses. So. Okay, so AJ, I'll kind of hand them out to you.
All right.
Got us some toilet paper. You've been wanting something better to use, right? A while mowing. Yes, poking them under, is that what you're doing?
That takes the edge off a little. Ah, that's cold water, man. That's refreshing.
All right, I'm going to kind of walk you through what's happening here because the quality of this video is going to go way downhill from here. I ended up falling asleep on this rock bar, and I ended up sleeping there for almost 3 hours. When I woke up, the boys were fast asleep right next to me. Now, I could tell they weren't feeling a lot better than me, but I used every diplomatic skill I could to convince them to pull the canoe up and just let me walk up next to them.
Okay, we made it, I don't know, 100 feet, probably less. I think he's pretty tired.
So I managed to sputter out just enough words to tell them, get the canoe back and I'll walk my way back. I'll get back eventually. Fortunately, the boys were able to take the direction and do exactly what I asked them to do because it's what I needed. It's pretty obvious watching this now that even AJ was really struggling here. He's walking like an old man. Just watch him stumbling around trying to put this fish on this fire. Now, after a period of time, I did get my way back to the camp and I just laid down by the fire and that was where I stayed for the night. I couldn't sleep, but I couldn't get up and move either. I was just exhausted. And Alex seems to be faring the best of all of us through this.
Oh man, the wind blew some of them out.
I've done these type of trips. I've never felt quite the lack of the energy that I have on this trip. So we either have to, we've got to find a way to get up into like a prairie or something where we could find some lamb's quarter, or maybe we go up the hill, we find stinging nettle. These are the options we have, or we try paddling downstream to see if we can find another site. Sometimes when you paddle down, you can hang near the bank, and I go past a lot of plants and things. The problem is none of us feel like we have the energy to really paddle upstream and climb up the hill. The other option we have is we're about I don't know, a few hundred feet from the truck. If we paddle upstream and go through the white, we just paddle back up, pack it up, and go find the best damn Mexican restaurant we can find.
It's hard to argue with that one.
Yeah, I think we've got a plan.
Is that where the spirit's at, boys?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Well, you know what? We've had a pretty good trip, and you guys have done a really good job. But I don't know why. I've done longer trips. I think, one thing I think is a lot different here. This is the first time I really did one of these trips where I stayed in place in the heat.
I have no idea where mine are. I'm sure they're somewhere.
All right, we're packed up. Site's looking nice. We got everything cleaned up, even cleaned up a little garbage up there. Time for the paddle back. Now Alex is about to throw up too.
Oh yeah. I think I'm good now. I think I'm good.
You get past
I
it?
don't have much energy, but I'm not going to throw up.
Yeah, we're all pretty wiped. And this is the first time I ever been on one of these trips I didn't have a fair amount of like berries or wild plants. And it is 100% the first time I've ever done it without caffeine. And that is the biggest issue I'm running into, because I am nauseous every second. I'm certain it's from the not having caffeine. All I can dream about is going up and having a Mountain Dew. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do when we get up there.
Hey guys, so was it pretty obvious watching this that we were all suffering from heat exhaustion out there? It's funny that I was really having a hard time getting my mind wrapped around it, and I kept blaming the caffeine. But at the end of the day, we made a really good decision coming back when we did. Thanks for watching the video to this point, guys. If you want to support the channel, head over to d2jigs.com, order yourself some jigs, and go out and catch some giant trout. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as we enjoyed making it. Have a great day.